Oh boy. Meh. Why not? I need to stop using brands that I can't pronounce. Oh yeah. It's gonna be another long day. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel for yet another week. So for this week's tutorial, I had a request to do a purple look, and I realized while I was creating this look that as many purple eyeshadows as I have, I don't typically wear a lot of purple. So it was kind of a challenge for me to create this look, and while I was creating it, I started kind of getting in my head a little bit because I started thinking, well, should I do more of a everyday soft purple look? Should I be doing a full-on dramatic in-your-face purple look? But to be honest, when I went the route of a softer purple look, I almost felt like it wasn't coming across purple on camera. So after playing around for a little bit, I finally decided, you know what? I am gonna do a two-part series where I'm gonna do an everyday purple look, which is very soft, subtle, anybody can rock it. And then I'm also gonna do a bold, dramatic purple look, which clearly is what I went with today. So for those of you who are kind of looking at this and thinking, yeah, that's pretty, but you know what, that's a little too dramatic for me. That's nothing that I think I'd be able to wear or pull off. First off, it is makeup. You can wear any look you want, but if you are looking for more of a soft, natural, everyday purple look, honey, I got you. Stay tuned for next week where I will be doing a softer, more subtle purple look that you can wear any time of the day. So truthfully, even though this was a very challenging look for me to put together, I actually loved how it turned out. And to be honest, I can't wait to play with purple more often. So thank you for this request. I had so much fun doing it. As always, if you like seeing what I put on my face, I suggest that you like, subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know what you want to see, what looks you want me to play with next. Let's get into it. Here is today's look, and we are going to get started now. All right, so I've already started by priming my face and my eyes. The primer I used for my face is the Volition Snow Mushroom Water Serum. And the primer that I used for my eyes is my tried and true e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Peach. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this MAC shade, it is called Wedge, and I'm going to take my Luxie 205 Pack and Shade brush. It is just a dome brush, and I'm just going to put this all in my crease back and forth. And you want to do some circular motions to really buff out that color. And you want to make sure you get in that inner corner as well. Now I'm going to take another MAC shade. This is a deep purple shade called Nocturnelle, and I'm going to use my MAC 217 brush, and I'm going to keep it very light-handed and very low in my crease. Just dust it back and forth and do some circular motions on the outer corner, which gives it almost a smoky effect, and push it all the way into your inner corner. You just want to stay low in that crease. And when I say light-handed, I mean very light-handed. Like I am holding all the way down by the handle of the brush, and I'm barely putting any pressure on this brush. And the reason why I'm doing this is that it's such a pigmented, it's such a deep color that I don't want to make it too harsh looking. So you just want to continue to stay very light and just blend back and forth, back and forth. So now I really want to smooth out this crease color, just make it very seamless in its transition. So I'm going to take a fluffy dome blending brush, and this came from the Urban Decay's Naked 2 palette. And typically I don't pick up any additional product, it's just a blending brush, but I actually did go ahead and take some more of that first color that we did, that Wedge. And I'm just going to go back and forth and really just blend that purple out. So now that I'm fully blended out, I feel like I kind of muted it a little better. I'm going to go in with another shade in my crease. This is a little bit of a deeper MAC shade. This shade is called Sketch, and I'm taking another Urban Decay's Naked palette brush. This one came from the first Naked palette, and I'm going to keep this very, very low in my crease. Like I've done in other videos, I've told you, you want to use your eyeball as a little bit of a guide, because this color you want to keep very, very low in your crease. So remember, just use your eyeball as a guide and just back and forth right over top of that eyeball. And just like we did with that first purple shade, that Nocturnelle shade, you just want to keep it very light-handed. Again, I am barely putting any pressure. I'm just staying very, very low. So now I'm gonna once again take that fluffy blending brush. I actually took all the product off of it, so now this is just a plain blending brush, and we're gonna continue to blend. All right, so now we're gonna start to have a little fun, and this is where the drama is gonna start to come out a little more. I am gonna be taking the Wet n Wild Idle Eyes Cream Shadow Pencil, and this is in the shade 135 Graphite. And I'm gonna just put this all over my lid, just smear it on all over the lid. And you can actually use any dark pencil, like you can even use a black eyeliner pencil. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna make the shadow that we put over top of this color really pop out. It doesn't have to be pretty. I mean, you're just putting it on as a base. It doesn't matter if it looks jagged. We're gonna be putting another color on over top of it and blending that out. So the next color I'm gonna be using is a very deep, very dramatic purple color. Again, this is a MAC shade and it is called Hepcat. And I'm taking a flat, stiff brush, and you just wanna pack it on over top of the eyeliner that you laid down on your lid. And you definitely wanna do more of like a patting motion instead of a swiping motion, and you don't want to smear it. You just want to kind of just pack it on. And you want to get it all on that lid all the way up to that crease. So the next color I'm going to go in with is actually not a MAC shadow. This is the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow pot, and this is in the shade 556 Smouldering Plum, and it's a very, very deep purple, deep and shimmery purple. And I'm going to be taking my e.l.f. Professional Eye Blending Brush. So I'm going to start by just patting it all on the outer lid here. I'm mostly just packing it in, and then we're going to start to blend it out. We're going to start buffing it and dragging it up in our crease and onto our lid. And you almost want to go in like a V motion. So like here is your outer V. Now that I kind of placed it all here in the outer V, we're going to blend it out and give it more of a smooth transition. So I took all the product off of that brush that we packed it on with, and now I'm just going to start buffing it and blending it. And you can push it more onto the lid. You want to push it a little bit in that low crease area. Okay, so now I blended everything out, but as you can see, especially on this eye, I developed a lot of fallout down here on like my cheekbone area. And that's okay. I'm going to teach you the best way to be able to kind of not only clean all that up, but give your dramatic look a very sharp edge without having to scotch tape your face to achieve that. All you need is a makeup remover wipe. So you just take a makeup remover wipe, and I like to kind of fold it in half. And then you kind of like almost how you would do your eyeliner. You angle it right below your lower lash line, and you just swipe up. And see how that cleaned all that fallout up? And it even gave it like a smooth, sharp line. So I'm going to do it again on this eye. So I'm going to take another side to the makeup remover wipe. And again, you just want to kind of fold it, give it a straight edge. And again, you start right at that lower lash line and you just swipe up. And it kind of cleans that all up for you. I'm going to go in with the Kat Von D Tattoo Eyeliner in Trooper Black. I'm just going to tight line right along my lashes. And I'm going to give it a little wing right where I wiped off that makeup. And to be honest, if you're doing a wing liner, that trick that I showed you with the makeup remover wipe, you can do that with your eyeliner too, and it gives it that sharp edge. All right, now that I've done a bulk of my eyes, I am going to go ahead and get started on my face. And the foundation I'm going to be using today is the, I think I'm going to butcher this, the Illamasqua, I have no idea if I'm saying that right, Illamasqua skin-based foundation. And I'm going to be taking my IT Cosmetic flat top kabuki brush. Honestly, I love this foundation. I got it, this is like a little sample bottle that I got in one of my, I think my Ipsy bag, and this is an amazing foundation. It really does feel and look like skin. It is so full coverage and so lightweight. I don't feel cake faced with it at all. And for my concealer, I am using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NW20. And then I'm going to go in with my small concealer brush. This is the MAC 249 brush. I am all about the MAC today. So one other thing I wanted to point out to you guys, I know I've said in previous videos, I really don't change the way I highlight and contour my face, but I figured this is such a dramatic look. I figured I'd just show you one more area that you technically can highlight when you're doing your highlight and contour. This is not an area that I typically will highlight, but it is one more area that you can add to your highlighting routine. So another thing that I'm going to do right now that I typically don't do when I'm doing my makeup is a step called baking my face. Typically when I'm setting my makeup, I just brush some setting powder over my T-zone, but today we are going to bake our face, which means we are just packing heavy amounts of loose setting powder onto our face, and we're gonna let it sit in. So now you can see I have a face full of powder, but that's okay. We're gonna brush that off in just a little bit, but right now I'm gonna let it just sit on my face. And while my face is baking, I'm gonna go ahead and finish with my eyes. So I'm going to take this MAC shade right here, Vanilla, and I'm gonna take just a small flat Jaff brush, and I'm gonna put this right under my eyebrow, right along the brow bone. And I'm also going to highlight here in my inner corner just to give my eyes an extra pop. So now I'm going to take my small pencil brush, and this is a MAC 219 SE, and I'm going to take that shade that we did in our very low crease, and this is that MAC shade Sketch. And I'm just going to go right under my lash line, and I'm going to stop about halfway. And then I'm going to use that same brush, that pencil MAC 217 brush, and I'm going to go in with that other shade that we did up here in our crease, and this is the Nocturnelle. I'm going to put it right over top of that Sketch shade. And then one more shade I'm going to use under my lower lash line. Again, same pencil brush, the MAC 219 SE, and I'm going to go in with this other MAC shade here, and this is a really pretty shade. It is called Stars and Rockets, and I'm actually going to just take a little bit of it and put it here in my inner lash line. So I'm going to line my waterline. I'm going to use the NARS Via Veneto black eyeliner. I'm going to use the cap, pull my lid down, and line my waterline. So I think my face is baked long enough. I'm just going to take any fluffy brush now, and I'm going to dust off all that excess powder off of my face. Now that my face is highlighted, I'm going to contour, and I'm going to use my Ride or Die Benefit Hoola bronzer. I don't even need that track anymore. I can just sing it. So now for my blush, I'm going to go in with the Maelle Golden Hour blush, and I'm using my e.l.f. blush brush. And we're going to go right above where we contoured, starting at the apple of our cheeks. The highlighter I'm using for today is the Laura Geller Gilded Honey Highlighter. The brush I'm using is the Slimmest Glam Rounded Brush. And I'm putting that right over top of my cheekbones. And do the center of my forehead and bring it down my nose. Cupid's bow and chin. So I'm going to put on a coat of mascara now, and I'm going to go in with the Essence Lash Princess Mascara. This mascara is amazing. It's literally like $4, and it's probably the best mascara I have ever owned. It's the mascara that is typically my go-to, especially if I'm not putting on false lashes. Honestly, for me, the only downside to this mascara is it is a pain to take off. Like, it's literally like bottled tar for your face. So I'm now going to do my brows, and I'm going to go in with the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade 3.5. And as always, I start at the bottom and just kind of line the brow. And then I start at the arch of my brow, make sure it comes out to that point. Line the rest of the brow, and then just start to fill it in. Oh, we are bringing the brow drama today. Okay, so now I'm going to fix my hair, and I'm going to do my eyelashes, and then I'll be right back to do my lips for you. All right, off camera, I fixed my hair and I put on my lashes, and for my lashes, I used the Ardell Faux Mink Demi Whispie lashes in black, and now all that's left to do is my lips. So for my lip liner, I'm using the Model Co. Illusion Lip Liner. Start right at the bow And you make an X, and then line the natural line of your lip. And line your bottom lip right along the natural arch of the lip. And then you want to fill them in. So because I did such a dramatic look on my eyes today, I want to keep my lips a little bit more nude, a little bit more subtle, so you're not kind of focusing all over the place when you look at my face. So I am going to go in with a nude lipstick by MAC. Me and MAC today, it's a thing. And I'm using the MAC Cremesheen lipstick in the shade Modesty. And the last thing I'm going to do is spray my face and set everything in. So I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. And that is it. That is the finished look I have for you today. I hope you like it. It's definitely dramatic. I know you guys have been loving my playing with colors, so I wanted to keep that going for you. But please stay tuned for next week where I do part 2, where I do a natural look and more of an everyday wear using purple shades as well. As always, a big thank you to all my subscribers who are coming back week after week and watching these videos, liking, sharing them on your own pages. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your week, and I cannot wait to see you all next week for another makeup tutorial. Bye! Dropping everything. I have terrible posture. My back is killing me. A fluffy... Oh, I can't speak again. You're cool. For real, more makeup ends up on the floor than it does on my actual face. Nothing sounds right today. In my head it sounds good, and then I speak and it doesn't sound right. Oh good, you can't talk and you can't read. Beautiful. What good are you? Stop slouching. Ooh, that felt good.